Hello, my name's Steve Ley. I'm the Director of the Immunity and Infections BSc course. This video will give you a brief overview of the course, introduce you to the module leads, and provide some feedback from past and current students.
I chose to study immunology because I truly believe that it intersects with multiple aspects of both research and clinical medicine. For example, it covers HIV and other infectious diseases, vaccination of course, cancer, immunotherapies, neurodegenerative diseases, and at the time I wasn't quite sure what field of medicine I wanted to pursue in the future, and even now I'm still not too sure, but I wanted to do something that kind of covered everything and would give me a good taste of that. And having completed my BSc, I can confirm that immunology did just that for me.
Hello, my name is Dr. Andrew Edwards and I'm the leader of the Module 1 component of the BSc Immunity and Infection programme. So during these 12 weeks, you will study all aspects of both basic and clinical immunology, as well as infectious diseases. In particular, those infectious diseases that have a huge global burden.
So the way the course is structured, every week we have to work on individual and group presentations, and then we present these presentations to our peers and to the lecturer delivering the respective teaching session. I actually really enjoy this aspect of work because a lot of the time the presentations we deliver are quite topical, quite cutting edge, quite fun, and also because we don't have an exam at the end of the year, there isn't a pressure to try and learn every little detail of the work we do.
And you work in teams and they switch you around quite often, so you get to know many people and the topics are just so novel. This is what I really liked about it. There is an insane amount of variety and the people who are presenting are top researchers who present their most recent findings or whatever they found, and they discuss that very passionately, which I really enjoyed, to be honest, and I think you will too.
Oh, hello there. What, you want to know about the mini research project as part of the BSc in Immunity and Infection? Okay, well you've come to the right person. My name's Wayne Mitchell and I'm the module lead for that particular module. Don't tell anyone, but it's the best module on the course. Why? Because you learn how to be a scientist. You learn how to think through the scientific process. You think about a particular problem which you want to solve. You get the opportunity to design and plan and then to execute your studies. And then finally, you get to write it up and produce a report which is authentic because it's what you have thought about, it's what you have done. Guys, I've got to go, but I look forward to seeing you.
I'm Danny Altman and I just wanted to introduce you to the Module 2 Immunology literature review. So what is it and what's the value of it? Well, I've been an editor of various immunology and vaccine journals for 20 years now, and I think vaccine and immunology review articles are a really great opportunity to take all that knowledge that's out there and synthesize it in something that's greater than the sum of the parts. And if it goes well, as happened last year, hopefully have a chance to publish it.
We would write this literature review and submit it to a publisher. Submit it to a publisher and also peer review different teams, and again that was just really good to see how the whole process works, so that if we were to do it in the future we'd feel much more able to do so.
I've now come to the point where I've read so many papers I can basically pick it out like a clinician would, analysing the bits that I want.
My name's Graham Taylor and I'm here to tell you about Science in Context. I'm really excited about the clinical case study report that we have in Module 2. For many of us, our first foray into the world of academic writing was with a case report. You'll learn how to write succinctly, to distill a case of whatever complexity into just a few hundred words, and then to place the case into the context of the literature. Writing a clinical case report is a fantastic learning opportunity, one you'll never forget, ever.
I think so. First and foremost, the team has been really organised. They've been really clear and transparent about what we need to do, what's expected of us and how to get it done. And whenever there's been any confusion or I've had a question, they're really easily contactable over Teams or by email. They respond super quickly, so that's been really useful. And they've had a one-to-one session with all of us, which was really good, so they could sort of iron out any problems that we might be having with the course personally.
Hello, my name's James Pease, and I'm the Module 3 lead for the Immunity and Infection BSc. It's my great pleasure to connect you with the research lab at Imperial College, where you'll carry out a 16-week research project.
So my BSc project experience was actually quite unique because I was accepted onto the exchange program with students from Tokyo. So I actually spent a couple months in a hospital in Tokyo in a molecular oncology lab where I performed lab-based research on cancer immunotherapies. And then I continued to write my final literature review on what I was doing in Japan, and that was then published. And
I absolutely think that immunity and infection is the best BSc pathway to be on, without a doubt. I think it's so evident that immunology is really at the forefront of medical science right now and will continue to be for many years. And so sitting in these lectures with world-leading academics and hearing about the research that they're currently contributing to, you know that it's going to impact the way we practice in future, whether that's as doctors, whether that's as academics ourselves. So it's so fascinating to hear about the current problems that they're trying to solve and predicting how things will change in the future. And I love the experience, definitely.